Hi guys, I'm Julianne, and as we're all doing, we're going to be talking about Blue Nile. So, we are first to talk about their strategies. So, their first strategy is to cause a disruption in the diamond industry by creating a two-horned dilemma. As mentioned, they use a two-horned approach, meaning that they want to create two problems for their competitor. The first problem they want to create for their competitor is when other companies attempt to compete with them. If the other companies try to compete, they are put in a position where an area of their own business will likely be neglected and or compromised. So that's their first part of the horn. And then the second problem they want to create comes when the competitors choose not to compete with Blue Nile. When this happens, this will cause their company's market share and competitive positioning to slowly deteriorate because they are, quote unquote, letting Blue Nile dominate the market. So if you just stand by and do nothing, you're letting your competitor have the upper hand. And so you have to actively be pursuing that. And then their second strategy focuses on the customer themselves and the establishment of a relationship during an important season of their lives, primarily an engagement. Yes, so then Blue Nile has made strives to perfect their customer experience, and the strives that they have done for this, they have accomplished this by investing in educational tools and resources within the website to help the customers make their best decision. So whether this is like consulting or just making things easier to navigate, really being able to like look at your ring and everything like that. And then they have also additionally provided resources such as grading reports on the diamonds and a 30-day return policy. I don't know a whole lot about diamonds, but I know that the cut, clarity, and carat are most important. And so these resources that they've embedded within their website really help. So that's one of their strategies, by creating relationship by just proving that they're trustworthy and that their diamonds are legit. So then their third strategy is to capture the market share and come out of the recession in a strong competitive position. So when this case was written, it was a couple years ago, and so they were going through a recession. And so because Blue Nile is not brick and mortar, they have been able to continually work through the recession, whereas many companies had to close their doors, lay off workers, and things like that. So they have just been investing into their website and really making things accessible and reasonable to the public. So then we are to address a major issue, and after reading the case, in my opinion, a large problem that Blue Nile faces is the fact that their international sales are growing. Now, that doesn't necessarily seem like a problem, but while the big picture of increased foreign sales is always a benefit, the reality that many of these countries, primarily the underdeveloped ones, are not apt to the American way of online shopping. We as Americans order everything online. Like now we can get our groceries like at the click of a button. So a lot of these foreign countries just aren't used to that. But many are adopting these practices. But as mentioned, some of the underdeveloped countries have limited access to the internet, and it is not ideal for strictly online business or an online company to have a big presence in these places that can't even access the internet. So in my opinion, it's kind of like a two-edged dilemma, I guess. It's both good and bad, just because America is so technologically advanced. So then I have a question for you guys. In the last section, it is titled Stuck in the Middle. So what do you think is the future for Blue Nile? More specifically, will it cause high-end jewelers such as Tiffany & Co. to adopt a completely online presence, or will it force Blue Nile to have a both physical presence, as in like a brick and mortar, a store that you can walk in on, and an online presence? because Tiffany & Co., people kind of like the prestige of that. But as kind of mentioned in the first strategy, you win some and you lose some. It's kind of hard to get both. But what do you think is the future for Blue Nile? Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks.